Okay, 8.2 to 8.4 quiz review. So number one says state if the triangles in each pair are similar, yes or no, and if they are they by angle, angle, side, 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 or side, angle, side? And then complete the similarity statement. So if we look at number one here, we don't have any sides. So if they are similar, it's going to be angle, angle. All right, so we have 48 degrees and we have a 73 degrees. Well, neither one of these two are those. So this is going to be a no. They are not similar. Because you have to have two angles that are identical. And then if those are, then the third angle would be. All right? This one. These are not parallel lines, but we do have a reflexive angle, angle E. So now we have to decide what the other angle could be. So you have 180 minus 60 minus x. We're going to call angle EX. And that should give you the answer for angle EVU. So that's going to be 120 minus x. Okay? So let's do the same thing to the big triangle. So angle EFG is going to be 180 minus 59 minus x. So what is that? That's going to be 121 minus x. Okay, so this is 120 minus x. That's 121 minus x. All right, does that mean that those two are going to be the same? Oops. 121 minus x and 120 minus x. Does that make sense to anybody? So we're going to say no for this and move on to this question right here. So we have angle B and angle B and angle R are the same, and then we have vertical angles. So again, this would be yes, they are similar. Angle, angle, similarity. So triangle QRS, so Q to R to S, is going to be the same as, similar to triangle Q to B to A. So you have to have that in the right order. Remember, order means everything. You have to have the right order. All right, so there's three things on there. Number 4. So now we have sides and angles. We don't have the third side, so it's not going to be side, side, side if they are similar. So we have to check similarity. Okay, so we're going to do 27 is to 18 as 33 is to 22. How did I know which ones to put with what? Because they look a little different. I put the small one first, so I better put it with the small one here. And it appears that that's the way it's going to be. So what do those reduce to? We reduce them by 9, I get 3 halves. Reduce this by 11, I get 3 halves. So yes, they are similar. By side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. So JKL, J to K to L, is similar to triangle G to F to E. Started at the angle given, went through the bigger number, and then down the other side. So that's how I got those numbers on the other one. Okay? This one. So we have vertical angles, so those two are the same. And then you got to check your proportions. So I'll do 13 is to 130 as 9 is to 90. 13 to 130 is 1/10. 9 over 90 is 1/10. So yes, they're similar. Side, angle, side. So now we have JKL So from J through the bigger number. So I'll do J through the bigger number. So that's triangle JFG. Oops, next one. Number 6. So now, are they similar? So we have 12 is to 21, as 7 is to that. Well, what is SE? Be 21 minus the 7, that gives me 14. All right, well, 12 over 21 is not 1/2. 7 over 14 is 1/2. So, no, these are not similar. Number 7. So now we have vertical angles. And I'll put big number to the big number, small number to the small number. So 14 is to 126, as 10 is to 90. Okay, 10 over 90 is 1/9. Okay, so you can take your calculator and do 14 over 126 and see if you get the same thing. You reduce this. Is 126 divisible by 14? You get 1/9. If you use your decimals, it's 0.1 repeating and 0.1 repeating. If you use your calculator. Okay? So this would be side angle side. Remember to put which one it is that you're using. So now we say DEF. So D goes through the larger number and then the missing side. So this would be triangle D through the larger number over the missing side. DTU. Number 8. Again, side angle side if they're similar. So I'll do the small number here. And so now don't do this cross like what we've been doing earlier. I've been trying to tell you how to look at it each time. So 27 is the smaller number. It should go with the smaller number on the other one. If you know, this is just reflected. It's not twisted like the other ones were. So this is 27 over 90 as 39 is to 130. Reduce the left side by 9, I get 3/10. Reduce 39 over 130 by 13. 39 divided by 13 is 3. And 130 divided by 13 is 10. So yes, they are similar. And again, that's side angle side. So let's look at the direction here. NML. N through the bigger number and the vacant side. So that's going to be triangle N through the bigger number through the vacant side. So NDE. All right, moving on. Number 9. So now we have parallel lines, which means that angle is congruent to that angle because of corresponding positions. And angle M is congruent to the GHK because of corresponding positions. I didn't need both of those because I have the reflexive one with K. So all 3 of them I can get. So this is by angle-angle similarity theorem. So let's see how they started this. Angle KLM, the bigger triangle here. So this would be triangle KGH. That's pretty simple to understand. All right, number 10. So we don't know that those are parallel, so you can't do the same thing to this one. So now we can do 47 is to 56, which is a little weird with those numbers. Strange. As this number is to 7. So how do you get that number? Take 54 minus 47. That's 7. Well, does that make any sense? Yeah, 7 over 7 is 1. 47 over 56 is not 1. So that is definitely not similar. Okay, number 11. Oops. But, okay, so now, again, we have vertical angles. Small number to the small number, large number to the large number. 10 is to 24, as 14 is to 35. Now reduce. Left side is reducible by 2. I get 5/12. The right side is reducible, let's see, by nothing. So that's still 14 over 7, I guess. So that gives me 2/5. 2/5 is 0.4 5/12. If you look at that on your calculator, it's going to be 0.42. So not the same. So no, these are not similar. Number 12. So this would be side, side, side if they are similar. So you have to check all three. So the smallest to the smallest. So 18 is to 39. As the middle number, 24 is to the middle number, 52. And the big number is to the big number, 30 is to 65. So reduce all those. You can just use your calculator to save time if you want. 18 divided by 39 is 0.46 something. 24 divided by 52 is 0.46 something. Make sure those are the same. So 0.46153 dot dot dot. What was 18 divided by 39? It's the exact same thing. Okay, so now check 30 divided by 65. And yes, you get the exact same thing. So yes, they are similar. If you reduce them instead of using your calculator, because you do have to check all the numbers on your calculator, all the decimal positions. 18 over 39. What goes in 39? 1 and 13. That's it. 1 and 13 don't get it over to 18, so that's already reduced. 24 and 52, you would have to reduce that stuff too. But if you use your calculator, check all the numbers, you're good. All right, so this is side, side, side. Now, how do they go together? EFG. So E through the middle number through the smaller number. So this would be triangle T through the middle number to the smaller number, TSR. Let's go to the next page. All right, number 13. Again, it's going to be side, side, side if they're similar. So you got to match everything up. Smallest number to the smallest number. 40 over 65. 65 to 80. Oops, not 65, sorry. Middle number would be 50. So that should be 50. And then the bigger number, 65, to the bigger number, 105. Again, just use your calculators. 0.615384615. So just check the others. 50 divided by 80. That's only 0.625. So right away, no, they're not similar. So calculators are great. Small fractions, I expect you to reduce them. Okay? You can check them on your calculator, but definitely reduce them. Next, 14. So this will be side angle side if they're similar. Small number to the small number. 24 is to 108, as 26 is to 117. And that's 0.2 repeating. And 26 divided by 117 is 0.2 repeating. So yes, this would be side, angle, side. Now do your congruent statement or similarity statement. Triangle BCD. B through the bigger number and the vacant spot. So that'd be triangle B through the bigger number. So that's BKL. All right. 15. All right, what do we got here? 12 is to, 12 is to 15. As, how do we get this piece right here? 56 minus 12 is 44. 44 is to 55. Okay. You have the other pieces too, 18 to 84, but we'll check these because this will work if these two are, because you have a reflexive angle up there as well. So 12 over 15 reduces by 3. I get 4/5. 44 over 55 reduces by 11. That gives me 4/5. And because I have this reflexive angle, this is side, angle, side. So EFG is going to be EBA. Next question, 16. All right. So this will be side, side, side if it's going to be similar. Small to the small side. So 5 is to 30, which is 1/6. Middle number to the middle number. 11 is to 55, which is 1/5. So stop right there. No, they're not similar. Next question, 17. Parallel lines. This helps because I know right away that those two angles are the same because of corresponding positions. So that's angle, angle similarity. You also have the reflexive angle there if you needed that one instead. So LMN, L to M to N, is similar to triangle L to V to W. Number 18. All right, we have two angles. That's all we need. So technically this is angle, angle similarity. So JKL, from the two arcs to the third arc. So two arcs to the third arc. A, B, C. Order has to be correct or you miss the problem. Number 19. Again, vertical angles. So this could be side, angle, side if they're similar. So check it. So just stop for a second. Look, these two are the same. These two are not. There's no way this is going to be similar. Just to show you, 8 is to 40 as 8 is to 45. Well, that's not going to be the same. So this is a no. They're not similar. Small to small. 11 to 55, that's 1/5. Medium to medium, 13 to 65. Believe it or not, that's 1/5. 13 goes into 65 5 times. And then large to large, 14 to 70. 14 times 5 is 70, so that's 1/5. So yes, because of side, side, side similarity theorem, JKL, what did we do? We went through the middle to the small. So middle to the small. So this would be triangle WVU. Okay, so this is an angle, triangle angle bisector theorem. So 5 is to 3 is 10 is to x. So this is kind of like what we've been doing. Oops, x. So cross multiply. 5x equals 30. X is 6. Divide by 5, you get 6. Okay. Going to 22. So you could do the whole side is to this whole side. So 16 is to 12. As x is to 3. There's a couple different ways you could do all of this stuff. All right, so 16 times 3 is 48. 12 times x. Divide off the 12. X is 4. Okay. 23. I can't really use that 28 because I don't have the whole side over here, but I could say the whole side is x plus 21. But instead of doing that, why don't we take 28 minus 12? So that gives me 16. And do 12 is to 21 as 16 is to x. And that's a little bit easier to do. But you can do the 21 minus x in that spot if you want. So cross multiply. 12x equals 16 times 21, and that's 336, divided by 12, and that gives you 28. Okay, so this is mostly about being able to set it up. I know you guys can cross multiply. 24, so we have parallel lines proportionality theorem. That just means 4 is to 2 as x is to 3. And cross multiply again. So x must be 6. Okay. 25. Same thing. Triangle angle bisector theorem. So 28 is to 14 is 16 is to x. However you wanted to do it. You could do 14 to 28 if you wanted. But the other side would have to be x to 16. And cross multiply again. 28x equals 14 times 16. That's 224. Divided by 28. X is 8. Okay, 26. So when you're watching, or 20, what are we on? Oh, 26 over here. So whenever you're watching the videos, guys, just pause them in between times to make sure you understand them, because we go through them pretty quickly. Same thing, 4 is to x is 8 is to 6. 24 equals 8x. So x is 3. Going to 27. Same thing, except this is a whole side. This is one of those ones that we've been working on. 15 is to x, as 9 is to what? The whole side minus x. 8 minus x would be that position there. So now you have to cross multiply 9x, and you have to distribute the 15. So 15 times 8 is 120. But you also have to take 15 times the x. Make sure you distribute correctly. Add the 15 to the 9. 24x equals 120. So x is 5, yeah. Oops, 28. Parallel proportionality theorem. Again, you can do it different than what I do it. 27 is to 12, as something is to 28. So what is that piece? That should be x minus 27. Okay, now I'm going to do it differently. Instead of doing, I can do it like this. But why don't I go, I'm sorry, what did I say? 27 is to 12. This is the whole side, so I did that wrong. You have both whole sides there. You have the whole side and the whole side. So 27 is to 12, as the whole side x is to the other whole side 28. So just like me, be careful. Make sure that you match up everything. Now cross multiply. 12x and 27 times 28 is 756 divided by 12. 63. And look at 29. They don't have any whole pieces here, so we're going to do all the parts. 8 is to x, as 16 is to 20. Cross multiply. X is 10. Okay, number 30. 16 is to x again, as 12 is to 15. Cross multiply. 16 times 15 is 240. And divide by 12, and you get 20. So the setup should be pretty simple. The only ones you got to worry about is if you have to take the whole piece minus something like we did up top here. Where was it at? Just got to be careful of all those wherever those were at. Okay? All right.